A new study conducted by Creative Visions in the partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Arts reveals a significant knowledge gap among artists in Rwanda when it comes to monetizing their talent for personal income and national economic growth. William Evans Mutabazi has more.
Rukundo Betra is among a group of talented young men and women with exceptional skills in artistic cycling. The discipline involves performing complex bicycle maneuvers within confined space, riding on a single wheel, balancing on the bike, laying on it, and executing other intricate stunts. In October this year, Rukundo and his coach, Jonathan Irechiza, are set to travel to the United Kingdom to showcase their unique talent. I participated in the opening of UCI World Championships in BK Arena. I also participated in some adverts with other companies. As of now, I can say I've worked with several people.
Online. Rwanda, Peru, Argentina, Mexico.
We competed in some competitions, and from the second position to the 10th, it was our very own players. That is how we were selected to participate in the tournament that will happen this year in October. We shall be representing both Rwanda and the African continent. Rwanda has set a target for the creative industry to contribute 5% of all jobs nationwide by 2029, helping reduce unemployment to 10.85%. Experts say achieving this goal will require deliberate investment in youth skills development.
Provide them on one side with financial advisory services, day-to-day services, plus guidance and coaching services, which are going to accompany them in their investment readiness journey. So at the beginning, we do a full scan of potential investment risks, and we work with them through the journey of resolving them. We support them, for example, in elevating their corporate governance. We support them in having sound financials, reducing compliance risk. Yeah.
The Chief Executive Officer of Creative Vision says the joint research with the Ministry of Youth and Arts identifies practical measures to enable the creative industry to generate sustainable income for artists and contribute more significantly to the national economy.
Yeah, I think some of it's not going to be a surprise to anybody. What we found is that there's some gaps that need to be filled. There's some gaps in training. Training needs to be more appropriated toward the level of the artist, as well as the geographic location, as well as their aspirations and the type of art. So somebody that's going into fashion may need something different than a person that wants to be a filmmaker. So really looking at those things that already exist, but then looking at how do we appropriate the resources that are aligned with what those needs are. That's one of those things. I think the other is really looking at the financial structures that exist and what are the financial barriers, how can the collaborations happen that kind of help them overcome those. Some of that is with training and business acumen. Some of that is just looking at, are there things in the way that the finances are structured that need to be modified so that the creators can be more a part of this economy.
By 2029, Rwanda's creative industry is projected to generate $30 billion in revenue and create more than 70,000 jobs. The permanent secretary in the Ministry of Youth and Arts, Ngabo Brave, notes that mechanisms are being developed to connect artists with financial institutions to address financing challenges within the sector.
So part of the biggest challenge, it being a skills gap, but also it being access to finance, it is something that we have already started having conversation with commercial bank. I was actually giving an example of last night's activity that happened together with a Bank of Kigali group. Together with the Ministry of Youth and Arts, we came up with something called Be Creative. It is a way of creating products that are specifically tailored to the creative sector people. So it is actually a big step. And we would like to also have more than one bank, more than one commercial bank coming on board, trying to create specific products for our young people, especially in art sector. Look at around the people we invited. We also had people from bank. They also gave us their insight, and they gave an intervention of how they were thinking about the industry and glad that they have learned a thing or two of how this thing can also make, we can make a life out of it, yes.
Over the past 25 years, Creative Visions has invested $150 million to support creative projects in 47 countries, including Rwanda.